another episode of Fish Keep in Jamaica. This is a video I've been wanting to do since the temperature in certain sections of North America have actually created what I call a cyclone bomb, and there's a lot of issues with regards to individuals not used to temperatures changing and such like. Now today I am just highlighting what you probably might know, but sensitizing you to something that probably you're not really it's like, damn, I never think about that. Okay, now here's it. Now, for every fish that you have, when you research it and you plan to keep it, you're aware that the fish prefer, or the fish survive in temperature, and it's in varied temperature, right? And the varied temperature have ranges. These ranges, like for example, you might have mollies ranging from I'm talking about Celsius, right? Mollies can survive between, let's say, 29, 28 to about 38 degrees Celsius, right? Fahrenheit would be 2 times that, right? Okay, so there's a variation of about 10 different temperature numbers, right? But when you purchase your aquarium heater, right, you might just put it on 75, or you might just put it on 75 degrees Fahrenheit, or you might just put it on let's say 31 degrees Celsius, right? And so the water is constantly heated at that temperature. However, you must be mindful that the fish you has a range, are actually conditioning the fish for, let's say, 31 degrees Celsius or 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The fish develops, and at different stages of the development of the fish, the fish either require a more warmer temperature or more cooler temperature. Now, if you keep your fish at a constant degree or constant temperature, let's say for its lifetime, because you know most of the fish that you actually purchase at the pet shop, these fish are bred domestically. They are bred on farms. Not much of them are actually wild caught and sold, right? However, the development of the fish, the longevity of the fish, depends on how you actually keep it. You feed it, the care that you give it, the condition that the fish live in, including the water, the feed, and also the temperature. So therefore, I was looking at it the other day, and I was saying that, what if I had some water heater in my aquariums or my pond? Would the water heater actually remain constant through the entire lifetime of the pond, or would I actually invariably change the temperature up and down the range depending on the atmospheric condition around? Because listen, remember, you know, sometimes we are humans, and picture this: if you should take a trip in the December up to New York, right, you would need probably a sweater or jacket, right, because the time will be getting colder, right? However, you can survive, because humans can survive up to certain amount of degrees below Celsius, right? Fish will survive also, but however, you have to consider the health of the fish. Is the fish survival, right, what I call it now, healthy? So after that period of experiencing that amount of temperature, will the fish remain healthy going forward? Now, it might sound a little complicated, and probably not much person might have actually looked at it that way. So after experiencing varied temperatures in the pond or the tank, the fish might be conditioned to these very temperature. However, the fish health and average lifespan might be decreased as a result of the continued exposure to temperature that at times might need to be turned down or might need to be turned up. You should remember, you know, that tropical fish rearing in temperate region is a lot of issues you have to deal with. You have to deal with the food, you have to deal with the water quality, you have to deal with the terribility of the water, you have to deal with the vegetation, you have to deal with breeding, you have to deal with temperature. But not much is paid to temperature, because once the fish is swimming, the fish is okay, but that's not true, right? And one of the reasons why many fish within the aquarium hobby actually get sick and get disease is because of the hobbies or the person who have the fish carelessness. Not much care is given into the temperature range, the type of food, water change. You know, these are issues that needs to be addressed. So therefore, if it says on the label that temperature ranges between 50 to 55, right? It doesn't mean that at 50 you're going to experience the same temperature as in 54. It just means that the temperature, whatever you purchase, can withstand that amount. However, and this might some persons might be puzzled as to why I'm saying this, but looking into the fact that you traveling from Jamaica to New York, right? Humans can live below certain temperature. You traveling from Jamaica to New York, you have on warm clothes which adjusts the change in very temperature. Now the fish have a heater, right? However, the factors which exist outside of the tank, right, can adjust the water inside of the tank. For example, you might be experiencing summer, but you know the temperature, the average temperature is for the let's say the guppy is like 29, right? 29 degrees Celsius. So you put it on 29. However, during that summer there's a heat wave, right? And you lock the fish up in the house, right? Probably might have a little window or vent out there which actually give the house a little air space, right? However, the fish is in the house with much ventilation closed off, and the heater is still turned up at the regular temperature. When you come home in the evening, that fish is going to die. Anyway, all that temperature which exists, whether you like it, yes or no, the temperature that exists outside to influence temperature that is inside, right? Whereas if the temperature varies up and down. The essence of this video is just to point out the fact that we must pay special attention. We must pay special attention, and when I say we, I'm including myself also, although I do not use any form of water heater. I live in the tropics, so therefore my fish get heat by the sun. I do not experience snow nor excessive coldness, right? Alright, so just a point to note: check the temperature gauge for your fish pond and tank, right? Ensure at times, although the temperature thing that you have into your tank might say that it is at 29 degrees. Sometimes you can use a thermometer, you know, and check it, right? I've seen cases where in which water heaters have actually overheat, fish die, right? I've seen cases where in which water heater stop work and fish actually die as a result of cold, right? It just getting too cold, right? So it's an issue. So therefore my humblest opinion is that although you have water heater into the pond or the tank, my humblest opinion is that you should also set the room temperature for wherever you are at, right, at a particular range, that will not end up having the fish dying as a result of being overheated or being too cold. Really here, I hope what I say makes sense. It's just sit down and look at it, you know. Cool. Bless up, Irie.